Sirius. Peace, love, light. I greet you all in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from nowhere other than what? Dimension number five. I know you in 5D if you know what time it is at this time of year. All right, not everybody in 5D know, but I know if you know, you got to be in 5D because this is a new year. Happy Galactic New Year. Happy Mayan New Year. I think I'm going to start calling it cosmic. Like Happy Cosmic New Year. All right, and as usual, I'm bringing you the news to infuse if you so choose to infuse with that light while we light up here on this light grid. Welcome in Sirius Rising to you. Why? Because on this cosmic new year, it's the dawn and the day of a Sirius rising. The Sirius star is rising in the east. Well, in the morning, you won't see it now, but in the morning you'll see it. So it's where Sirius star, our spiritual sun, Sirius, aligns with us, and the sun, our solar, Solaris, and in Leo right now. Right, so this is also the opening of the halls of Amenti. Like I couldn't wait. I've been waiting on the halls of Amenti, y'all. So I said when we have our live Saturday Night Live, we'll talk about it some more. I gave a little bit yesterday because yesterday was the day out of time. So the 25th is the day out of time, and then the 26th is the new year. So you could kind of look at the day out of time like what the regular calendar calls New Year's Eve, like the eve before the new year, right? And so on this year, what makes it that new year is a couple of things, but of course the Sirius alignment, where Sirius star is, it is the Sirius rising, and this somehow is in some alignment and connection with within the cosmos that activates the portal, the Lion Gate as a portal, or what I would call the halls of Amenti, from July 26th through August 12th. It just so happens that August 8th in the middle is about the peak of it, where they call the 8-8 Lion's Gateway, because we're in Leo, and it is a gateway because it is some type of stargate, like a stargate portal, where at that time, I don't know how many people are aware of it, but at that time, um, the Sirius star is directly over the pyramids. So at around that time at 8-8 Gateway, right? So it just so happens that the Gregorian calendar, even though they try to throw us off, we still end up in a certain alignment. This is why they say you cannot hide the truth. It's going to show up where it needs to show up. Ashe. And so this whole I like to kind of call it like a serious journey, because ever since the 7-7 portal, which some of us already know, that's the Sirius gateway, that's the opening, and that is when we are aligned with the Sirius star. I did the video on that as well, where and Dr. B did a very well presentation on it if you want to look at that as well. That kind of gives you the visual of the alignment of where Sirius is to where our sun is to where we are, and it's like there's an alignment right there, and it's almost as if the sun, the spiritual sun, Sirius, is beaming through. It's like it would be here beaming through our sun, that's like magnifying the light codes that's coming straight across through us on the other end. And so it's in that alignment. When it's in that alignment too, if you notice, Sirius is over here and the sun is in between us, so we're not really seeing Sirius. So it's after it moves along, and it takes about a month or so, well, up to right now, up to the 26th. At about the 26th, you start to see the rise of Sirius. That's why I said Sirius rising. So at this point, we begin to see Sirius, because of where we're coming out of that exact alignment, cosmically speaking, right? And then so it comes Ashe, and so then we can see it in the east. If you come out early in the morning, you'll begin to see the Sirius star in the east. So with that said, it begins the halls of Amenti. This is the exciting part for me. I officially started working with the halls of Amenti, through the halls of Amenti, intentionally, purposefully. We're all going through it. We're all going through it every year. When you find out about it, you're like, how come I didn't know this? How do we not know this? But you know, they meant to cover up a lot from us. These are things that our ancient ones knew. our Kemetic ancient ones, the Mayans. That's why the Mayans knew so much. They were so cosmically inclined. So they knew the stars, they knew according to the cosmic design in time. They really understood how time worked. And so if we look at these 2 days, it's really probably the best time of the year. Around this time with Sirius, it's the most amplified, um, for us to have the most amplified opportunity to tap into our soul codes. A lot of people don't recognize that. Ashe, excuse me, why 16? Because for those of you who know I'm pushing time, I'm really out of time. Like that day out of time yesterday is so me. Because as I'm pushing time, I'm out of the loop of time as people have it being structured as. So I'm so in alignment with the day of out of time. And it's really my rising. Like this is our rising. We're literally getting up, just having, you know, tea and whatnot. So with that said, what I want to focus on, what we a lot don't understand, is this is a major opportunity, and this new moon just came days right before it. So this new moon was very highly charged, very amplified. This is why I was inviting those to get into this window. For those who did, come on, and we're doing the work. Have a meeting in a few, and we're gonna have more leading up to the halls of Amenti. We have another one that's gonna involve um, some deep soul work, helping us peel the layers and helping us walk through the halls of Amenti. Um, and this begins today. This is why the Mayans and our ancient ones looked at this as the new year, because this begins you walking your soul through the halls of Amenti. And for those who don't know, a lot of people just think it's Lionsgate, but the Lionsgate is what they chose to call it, because for those who did not know the halls of Amenti, it's in the season of Leo, and they know that it's a gateway. So they are walking through Lion's Gate, but a lot of people don't know what the gate is. What are we doing when we're going through the gateway? And it's not just a portal to just receive codes, right? We're getting light codes anyway, especially ever since Sirius. We're getting light codes, but it's what we do with those light codes. And it's more amplified now as the frequencies are accelerating. We're getting fifth density light. We're getting these solar flares coming off of our sun. So that's more light energy and information. There's so much that is coming in right now. A lot of people don't recognize that. And all of this is the big cosmic orchestration. That's the orchestra orchestrating this divine cosmic. This is the great order of divinity. God. This is God for those who don't know it, right? Not some person in the sky, but God, source in and of itself, is the great order of divinity. It is this orchestrating, this cosmic orchestration that is happening. And every tick of the clock on the cosmic clock is setting up something for us, and it opens and closes like portals and doorways for our soul. And so this one is really important because it's really a major, like this full moon, this new moon, I mean, really came in the midst of this serious gateway leading up to the halls of Amenti. And then not only that, with the outer planet shifting, there's a couple of things that makes this that particular. So with the outer planets that are shifting, meaning Pluto's in direct opposition of where we were, right? With the new moon, direct opposite in Aquarius. So it's activating the purge. Like, why you think you're seeing all these deaths right now, these transitions? And I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. It's not to be afraid of. It's not doom and gloom. It's spiritual awareness. It's spiritual awakening. It's the 11:11. And the 11:11, although it brings enlightenment, it always brings destruction first, which is what Halls of Amenti is as well. It's not a terrible thing. It's a beautiful thing, because in order for us to get to that next level, we have to release. It's about a certain type of release. And so there has to be a destruction of how your ego holds on to the understanding of things. It has to be a destruction of the narratives. It has to be a destruction of illusions. All of these intrusions of illusions, there has to be a destruction. So this Halls of Amenti helps us to do that. Everything that's cosmically aligning and happening right now is helping us to release in a way that we've never released before. Right? It's given us the opportunity to really look into our soul. Mercury's retrograde, which Mercury governs travel and communication. So there's a lot of intergalactic, interdimensional communication within your own soul. I'm not even talking about just hearing from guides outside of you. I'm talking about hearing from the multiple dimensions of you, the higher you, your star seed you. It's inviting us. It's like it's really giving us the plunge, right? The retrograde is plunging us into the deep cosmic ley lines of our soul, taking us deep into the travels. We are traveling through time in the consciousness of our mind. Ashe, this is deep. This is deep and steep. And I don't know how many of you are feeling it or experiencing it. Some of us have felt if you, let me say it this way, if you've already been doing the work, it feels like layers peeling off, dropping off. And although you see some things that might have been uncomfortable, you're not you're not in a deep depression about it. You're not getting tossed around in it. You're okay with it. You know, you're saying a healthy goodbye to some things. You're having healthy grievance, because it's all a type of grievance. Everything that we lose, any type of loss, has a type of grievance. Ashe? So for those of us that are losing the old things that we held on to, there's some type of grievance. So it's a healthy grievance in this prospect. And this is what helps walks us through the halls of Amenti. And it's Jehudi. For those who look into it comedically, you'll see like this is kind of being layered up ever since Gemini. Gemini represents Jehudi. Jehudi starts to, at Jehudi's at the, let's say at the walkway, at the headway, or let's say the walkway leading up to the halls of Amenti. So that begins the communication. Jehudi starts to let you know it's time to open the Akashic records. It's time to take that walk. There's a lot of information that we need to be sharing. I got some messages for you. There's some messages within you. Jehudi starts to take us at that threshold, so to speak, to bring us along that journey. And then we go through Cancer, the season of Cancer, which is the mother, the nurturer, bringing us into the mother and the nurturer. But this is Nekbet, according to our 5D calendar. And then it brings you to Leo. And at Leo, at the activation of Leo, then here we are ready to open the fire, the Leo fire. It's ready to open and activate through creative action, creativity. The creative activity gets things done. And Leo represents that creative activity. For those of you who are aware, it's not just about what you can create, things that you can create, like, being creative as in artistically creative or physically creating things. But yes, it also means physical, because the creative activity is what helps us to manifest. So with this, we are able to begin walking through the halls of Amenti. And that's what today begins and starts to open up. And so with that, for those who don't know what the halls of Amenti is and look into it, it has to do with these, picture like a hall of mirrors, right? These mirrors. And life is a reflection of you. Life is a halls of Amenti. Life really truly is a mirror. But picture going through this corridor of mirrors, right? So going through these halls, this hallway, and it's just mirrors on either end. And these mirrors are meant to show you the many distortions of you, the many distorted images that you may have of you, like the things that you probably haven't been seeing of you. It's meant to really highlight things. So for some people, it may not feel comfortable because the information that brings, right? I'm giving a visual, but keep in mind, this is information coming through the Sirius sun, through, to our sun, activating through our sun, and the light codes that it's amplifying for us to turn on this mirrored hallway, so to speak, to take us into this portal of this mirrored hallways. So in this hallway, there are these many mirrors, and they're meant to show you all of these distortions of you, and depending on how you're willing to face them. So what does that mean in your life? Things may be coming up in your life, and we don't really see them as mirrors, but they are. every bit of it, the things that you're facing is bringing the mirror, and you're in this hallway. And the object of this is that as you get through the halls, it's supposed to be breaking the illusions. Like as you're walking through the mirrors, you're supposed to be able to see that these mirrors are showing you the illusions of you. It's helping you to break the illusions. And Neptune is doing a great job of that with us right now. This is one of the most potent times of operating in the halls or through the halls of Amenti, particularly because of where Neptune has been over the past couple of years. And so, specifically because Neptune, the planet of dreams and things like that, but if it's in its shadows, those dreams and aspirations turns into illusions. And that's what has happened with mankind, especially during the period of the age of the ram, the beginning of the patriarchal rule and so forth. And during the age of the ram, which has to do with individual and, self-identity, humankind, mankind, the collective was building up their ego, so to speak, of their self-identity. But the shadows of that is it becomes selfish. And that's what has happened over time. So now a lot of illusions within society and things like that, a lot of that has been built up. And so these are the times we're being given the opportunity while Chiron is in Aries, the ram. So Chiron is, for the past couple of years, has been helping us to rid ourselves of these unhealed wounds, and that these mirrors help shine that light on that. It's these mirrors that when we get an opportunity to walk through it, it helps to shine that light. So let me bring it back to Neptune. So Neptune now being the planet that in its shadows can be in the illusions, and since mankind got into their shadows during the age of the ram, built a lot of illusions. At this point where Neptune has been breaking away the illusions. It's been giving us the opportunity to break away these illusions. And specifically last year, and possibly that's why it came online for me last year. I know others may have known about it before, but for me, it came online because, or into my awareness, because Neptune was in its final degrees was in its analytical degrees. And for those who saw that video last year when I was talking about it and going through it, I was calling it like the cosmic graduation or something like that, because you can feel that there's this graduation of something, and it was the luminaries of the sun and the moon that was also in alignment with Neptune that was activating. It was shining the light on things that we needed to break. So I was really seeing breaking the illusions, and because I opened my vision to see that, then the information of the halls of Amenti came flooding through, which highlighted, no, this is what the 8-8 Lionsgate is really about. It's really an opportunity to walk through these halls, and this is what these halls are doing, which was in alignment with what I was already doing with Neptune's analytical degrees aligned with the sun and the moon. So see, when you know how to utilize the cosmos to guide you, to tap into your soul and unlock these soul codes to guide you to know what to do intuitively, because I was intuitively guided. I didn't know about halls of Amenti, but now I do. And I'm very intentional about it right now, knowing what it is, knowing we had the opportunity all along to use the amplification of these light codes from the Sirius star to tap into our soul, to dive deep into our soul. And even right now, a deeper dive with the understanding of where Mercury is and what Mercury is doing. Mercury is taking us into deep soul travel, into our cosmic bloodline, to be able to unravel and see what we need to truly release at this critical turning point with the 5D shift. And the next couple of months, this week, last week, and this week, and even I would say the upcoming week up into going through the halls of Amenti, is really preparing us for those who choose to take advantage, for those who choose to infuse with these light codes on the light grid. And this is serious. No pun intended with the Sirius star. It is serious. The next couple of months, particularly November, November is going to be a hot seat for a lot of souls. It is going to be a highly intense, overly charged, super retrograde type of month. But the next 4 to 6 months, what we do with these weeks, this bridge, this dimensional bridge that we're crossing, is going to determine how we choose to accelerate, how we choose to make the shift. So it's really all about, and if I could say this in plain, simple, it's really about how we choose to let go and what we choose, how we choose to release. And this taking us deep into our soul is letting us see our cosmic alignment, our multidimensional self, our past lives, so we can find the karmic soot on our soul. Because that's what we're here in this lifetime, lifting a heavy layer, a thick layer. We're utilizing the opportunity of the 5D shift, the age of Aquarian shift, the shifting out of the Kali Yuga age into the from the Iron Age into the Bronze Age. All of this is happening during this span of lifetime for those who signed up for this lifetime. And we're really being given the opportunity to move layers of karmic trauma on our soul that we have not done for over multiple lifetimes. It's that deep. So a lot of things that you're dealing with now where you may say, what is this, or why am I? It's because it's beyond this lifetime. It is beyond the ordinary spectrum of what you can see in this lifetime. We have to get out of our own way, and that's why we have to remove the illusions that we have put up, the schemas, the narratives that we have signed up for, that we've allowed ourselves to believe. A lot of beliefs have to be broken. A lot of when I say illusions, it's the beliefs that you have in your mind. You believe that you have to have this job. You believe you have to have money. You believe that you have to have this relationship. There's a time where you have to let go of that story so you can find your soul's glory. And this is what we're here to do, removing the imprint, the karmic imprint in our soul that is activated when we come into this lifetime with the collective imprint that is already here. Right? And also believe and best know there's something here waiting on us at the same time. There's those parasitic energies, that database that likes to exploit our forgetfulness, our choice to come here to be a part of the remembering. And part of that is knowing that we will forget so that we can have the experience and actively participate in the remembering. And having a soul synapsis, that is part of the soul's journey. And when we have these higher perspectives, we look at things differently. Whatever's going on in your life is very minimum. It's so mediocre compared to the grandness of your soul's design, compared to the work of your soul's incline, of what you've come here to do. We hold true to the bigger picture in time. And that reminds me of Sagittarius when I say that. It reminds me of Sagittarius being the archer that pulls back. And that's where our Sagittarius, where it is in the sky, it points to the galactic center, or the black hole, whatever, the Milky, whatever they want to call it, that galactic center. And it's looking and seeking for that wisdom and truth. Now, I'm not speaking about zodiac Sagittarius. I'm talking about directions in the stars, cosmic directions, and understanding where you are within the stars. So that's the bigger picture. When you have that arrow pulled back, and that's the Sagittarian direction to the galactic center. And the bigger picture is knowing that we're part of that galactic center. Our sun, our solar system, is a part of this galactic center. And we have a part in the stars, wherever we are. And so keeping your mind focused on your cosmic incline, your cosmic design, then you remember, you become a part of the remembering, you activate the remembering with you as a soul, as a neuron on the soul of this earth. You have a soul synapses, and that helps you in the remembering of what is. And when we tether ourselves to that, when we tether ourselves to and this is also having a strong earth chakra, because having a strong earth chakra means you are tethering yourself to having an awareness of your divinity in the earth at all times. So that no matter what you're going through in the earth, you constantly remember these codes that are within the earth. We exchange communication with our energy centers, our 7 energy centers or 9, with the energy centers within the earth. And we are also mirrored reflections of truth that exchanges these mirrored reflections of truth within the earth. And these mirrors is what we bring our attention to through the halls of Amenti. It's like the mirrored reflections of truth between us and the earth is the halls that we are walking through. Esoterically speaking, metaphysically speaking, cosmically speaking, to get a view of your soul's imprint. This is all part of the journey. So this is a highly charged time that it's when you understand it, it's like, how did I not know this? And when I see people going about their day, because I know everybody's not aware of it, but it's like, damn, you're doing a lot of moving around and we don't take the time to be still in these codes, to be still, to meditate, to really meditate, be in the stillness, be in the silence, to do dance and movement. Like, if I could paint a picture of what I see or what was shown to me that our ancient ones would do, I can picture the Mayans, I can picture the Kemetic people. I kind of had an image of it as I was explaining it in our meeting yesterday, and it's like I was getting an instant download while I'm explaining it, and I'm seeing the image of the people that are dancing with the day out of time. Because here's the thing, they're aware of the halls of Amenti, but they don't label it like we do, like, oh, July 26th, because there was no July 26th. They're not looking at a calendar. They darn sure as hell not looking at the Gregorian calendar. They are looking at the cosmic clock of time, not mankind's design. And so when they follow the cosmic clock, they see that at this point, every time, this is where this star is and this is what is happening, and they're getting information about their cosmic. About their cosmic incline themselves, they're getting all these wisdoms themselves when they tune in, when they tap in to releasing. They realize that at this time of year, this is what happens. And according to the wisdom writings, the wisdom ones, the wise ones who follow these, they're able to see that every time this is where this star is at this year. And according to what they count as 13 months, 28-day cycles, according to them counting that, by the time it comes around and they get to the day before this Sirius rising day, it is like a day out of time. It is no time. And it's where they respect, rather than being egoic, how mankind has to fit it somewhere. No, this has to be a leap year, we got to put it it's like, no, let it go. It's a day out of time. And so in this day out of time, they honor it, to do nothing, to not be tethered to anything physical on this earth, like to be obligated to anything, so that they can suspend. It's almost like they suspend time, and suspending time doesn't just mean the time on the clock. They suspend their existence in time in the way that they have been holding on to certain things through time. And they understand themselves as being vessels of time and time machines in and of themselves. We're all our own time machines. And there's a divine matrix, cosmic clock, tick of the talk. And when they get to that out of time, it's like out of body. and it's and I could see them dancing, I could see them harvesting, I could see them just really tuning into themselves, um, to and because dancing also, remember, this is not just dancing to dance. When our ancient ones danced, just like a lot of the indigenous people did, there's a communication. And I'm doing this because I'm seeing their feet pitter patter on the ground, and they're communicating through the soles of their feet. Our portals, we have portals in the palms of our hand and in the soles of our feet. So when they're dancing, it's a whole communication, it's a whole electromagnetic charge between them and the earth. And there's a communication going down. It's a trance dance, exactly. And that's why I love the word transcendence. Because when you transcend, it's a dance. It's the dance of time. So the day out of time is a transcendence in time. It is a moment to take a cosmic breath. It is a moment to stop trying to know everything. Stop just going in your ego. And it's really preparing them to put that ego down, to put that misappropriated ego down, because it blocks the way of the soul's journey. And so it gives them that opportunity to tune into that. So practicing trance dance, right? They probably go into a certain type of diet, a certain type of fasting where they're eating light foods only. And this is why last year what led us up to this was we were actually detoxing. We did it the first I did my first detox to detach with a group, and that's what led right after that. We literally went into the halls of Amenti. And that's what was happening there. I had been fasting this week during this new moon week. And it's like leading into that, halls of Amenti. And for some people, they need to detox, because if you have a lot of junk in you, you have to kind of detox and then eat the light foods, so that the foods that you're putting in your body, which is information, is helping you to translate the information of the light. This is all very intrinsic. The food you take helps you to cosmically translate. Sitting in the sun, getting your light codes, and allowing your melanin to help you metabolize and activate these light codes of information. There's so much going on, and when I look at it, so many people are busy being busybodies yesterday and today. Like, when I look at this, when you understand the depths of, don't sleep on our Mayans and our Kemetic people. When you look at the depth of this, these are two of the most important holy days. You know, I don't like holy days, but these are two of the most important, highly potent, highly charged, cosmically inclined days. Like, if you want to get a big cosmic incline, these are the 2 days in time. The day out of time and the Mayan New Year, or the galactic or cosmic New Year, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it the Sirius rising. The day out of time and the Sirius rising. These 2 days are the days where ones must stay put. Do at as least as possible. Path of least resistance. Ashe. And in doing so, they are able to suspend, disengage, so that you can release what needs to be released. Go deep into your soul, find the patterns. People probably find their past lives when they're doing this, or they find the keys within their past lives to help them unlock what they need to unlock in this particular life, even if they don't have the details. That's how deep this is. So these are times where we just need to engage in, like, sound healing, trance dance, as you say, wise to God, meditation, eating light foods, dipping into certain herbs and engaging with certain herbs, teas, everything to just suspend. Like, and how I practice it, how I can explain, I practiced it yesterday. I didn't do anything. I didn't go to the store, and I know I said I was going to go. I didn't go to the store. I was like, anything, and I watched myself. And I watched my mind. Anything that I felt like I need to be obligated to, it was like, no, I don't. I'm suspending time. I am suspended in time. and I'm literally time pushing. So I'm really out of time. Like, I was laughing. I was like, say no more, cosmic universe. I'm really out of time. So I have no problems being in the day out of time and doing light code meditations and sitting outside with the sun and literally allowing yourself to just allow creativity, to allow the creative activity to flow through you. What did you do for your day out of time? You know, if you watch this later, drop it in the comments. What did you do for your, that's my question to you all. What did you do for your day out of time? Did you find yourself writing a poem? Did you find that some words just came to you, a thought, a phrase? Did you find that you just ended up taking a day off? There's no coincidence. You are cosmically aligned. Whatever you did, look at what you did that equals suspension of time. You did something that was not like everybody else. Was there some kind of party or something to go to and you somehow was like, no, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to take a spiritual bath. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to enlighten myself to something. What is it that you did on your day out of time? Think about it. You might not have known about it and you're like, man, and you look back and like, oh, that's why I did that. That was my day out of time. You were intuitively preparing for the Sirius rising, which tells me, if this is for you, which tells me that you have been doing some soul work before that. You've been doing some releasing. You've been in alignment with the new moon. You've been in alignment with a lot that is happening. You are shifting the timeline. You are crossing the dimensional bridge and you are becoming the bridge. You are becoming a portal of light. Ashe? I need to, let me see what it says. I need to hydrogen, sodium, magnesium. Oh, okay. Oh, is that a bath? All right. I never heard of putting all of that in the bath. I just put in Epsom salt, sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, some Florida water maybe, a couple of little things there. But that's a good bath. Thank you, Wise, the God. Something to look at. But I invite you all to look at what your day out of time was like. Ashe? So I've said enough about that. I mean, there's more. I may do some more as we lead up into the halls of Amenti. There's more to talk about with the halls of Amenti. Ultimately, let me at least say this about it before, because I wanted to share this download with you all that I got yesterday. I got a little small bit today, but the halls of Amenti, as you're walking through that hallway and these illusions, you're breaking the illusions in these mirrors. It's supposed to be, by the time you get to the end of the halls, it's supposed to be where you put your body down. It's death to the misappropriated ego that holds on to things misappropriatedly through the flesh. So it is putting down that old body, that old flesh. So as you walk through it, it's supposed to be that it strips you so much that at the end of it, you're done. Your body, that old you is done. And you're ready to walk in you basically give birth or rebirth to the next level of your spiritual self. You've peeled a layer of dead flesh. Think of it like a skin like a snake that's a skin. I was going to say a skin that sheds its snake. The snake, that has a sound to it. Your skin that sheds its snake, knowing that the snake represents sensations. So it's almost like your skin, your flesh sheds these old sensations that have been narrating your storyline. It can go either way. Got a nice ring. I like when spirit does that, right? Ain't it nice? Heart's right back at you. I like it myself. You like it, I love it. But what I was saying to that, conversely, is that look at it like when a snake sheds its skin. So when you walk through the halls of Amenti, it is time for this snake, this sensation. It's time for it to shed that layer. That is dead skin. That part of the body is dead. So when you walk through the halls of Amenti, that part of the body is supposed to be a dead body laid at the halls of Amenti. And when you look back at it, it just looked like snake skin that just got shed. It's dead. That's not me. I'm in new skin now, true skin, in the true timeline. So that's the breath of, oh, I love, for those of you who are interested, you got to get with us. You got to get, you ain't got to do a darn thing, but I invite you to walk with us through the halls of a mentee, meaning we're going to have like in-depth meetings like we did this week. And believe me, this is a powerful one for those of us that got into it. So take my word, or you don't have to take my word for it, but I'm inviting you um, for when we begin this halls of a mentee. And we will begin next week. I will give you a date on the next video. I thought I would start on Monday. However, I'm really listening to spirit as well. This is a balance. So although I'm getting information to have something, to do something for the collective, I'm also balancing taking my time of rest, because it also takes energy for me to do that as well, to facilitate it or have it. So I'm taking the rest after this week. We've been meeting every day for 7 days. Tomorrow, well, today's the 6th day. Tomorrow will be the 7th day. So I'll take that rest, especially Monday, because Mondays are always my day of rest, the root chakra day, according to the calendar. And speaking of the calendar, the day out of time really speaks to utilizing this calendar. Like this 5D calendar really helps you to operate with the day out of time. Ashe? So look into it if you haven't already. If you haven't already, look into the day out of time. And look into the calendar is what I was saying. Okay, look into the day out of time and look into the calendar being a very helpful tool, as it was for me. The calendar, and putting together this calendar over the year of 2023, 2023 has really helped me even more to come off of the timeline. Along with when I push time, it helps me to unlock and loosen the grip of the infinite lock that they tried to put on us with the Gregorian calendar. So this 5D calendar is an important tool to help you unlock yourself out of that infinite lock. That's why it's 8 years. They don't do nothing by accident. It's 8 years ahead of time. Right? They're in 2025. It's really 2017. They put us 8 years ahead because 8 is infinite and it's infinity. So they put an infinite lock on time. But they can't lock you out when you choose to remember the time. Do you remember the time we fell in love? Mike was saying something, y'all. Mike was saying something. Do you remember the time that we fell in love? Do you remember the time? I'm going to say stand in love. He's saying, do you remember the time that we fell out of love? Love being the divine energy and source. Yeah, that's the love he's talking about. We fell out of the love frequency. So he's saying, remember the time. Get back into Kemet. Get back into the Mayan, if it's Mayan for you. For me, my ancient connection is Kemet. But it's very much inclined with the Mayan timeline. That's why the Mayan calendar and the Ethiopian calendar have the same date, 2017. Check it out for yourself. All right, so with that said, let me give a little, I'm about to go, but before I go, let me give a little bit of the download of what this day out of time was. So this is what I have on the day out of time. And also with this new year, it is the year of the yellow seed. That's something in itself, and we'll talk about that some more. I'll probably do a video about that. It's known as the yellow seed year. So this portal within the new moon manifestation window is manifesting a release in time during this cosmic galactic day of rest. This was yesterday. It amplifies the soul's opportunity to release old stories or wounds from the old timeline to create a new true field of resonance for evolution and ascension. So it is definitely our boost to help us in our ascension. It's a day to take a breath in time to connect and find your rhythm in the cosmic dance of time. And that's why I saw the ancient ones, dancing, finding the rhythm. It's like that dance is a portal in and of itself. A time to transcend dance is what I saw it as. This breath in time allows you to release the hold on obligations, narratives, and things to do on the time machine in order to remember your soul's code or blueprint and reset your alignment with the divine time. So that is what it's the day out of time allows you to do. It's a day of reset, to take yourself out of obligations, to allow you to open that portal to remember your connection in divine time. And that was what I got for that one. It was, short, not a long one. The one for today, simple and short as well. This is for the Mayan New Year. What was given to me is this cosmically aligned New Year is a point in time where the Sirius rising opens the corridors to the halls of Amenti, known as Lionsgate Portal, from the 726, July 26th to August 12th. This day of the two suns, with Sirius star sun and our solar star sun in Leo, activates the planetary soul's creative movement to receive the exchange of light codes that holds the keys to the soul's integration by walking through the halls of mirrored reflections of truth that strips the soul of its illusions and breaks the ego shell of the body in order to rise in its true soul sovereignty. To rise in its true soul sovereignty. So that was a bit of what I got what today was about. That sums up, everything that I was talking about and sharing with you. So faithfully, this was a good share with you. This was a nice Saturday night live. Thank you for coming through, wise to God, and always sharing some words of wisdom. I don't like to say wisdom, but the wisdom, wise from the dome. And yeah, beautiful, happy New Year, happy day out of time, which yesterday was also the 2525 portal. And let's plant these yellow seeds. And how I see these yellow seeds as the seeds of our soul sovereignty, right? This yellow meaning the solar plexus, which is the individual self, us walking the evolved aspect of the solar plexus, which is the evolved aspect of even Aries, the age of Ram, is to walk in our soul sovereignty. And these are the seeds that we're sowing right now. And this is right after the new moon. So it's right in alignment with what we are sowing, the seeds that we are planting right now during this bridge in time that is going to help us grow what we need to grow within the next couple of months. We're going to see it. Ashe. Love, peace, love, and light to you. And thank you for those who came through. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment if you dare, hit the notification button to remind you when we, notify you when we go on live, especially and particularly, and to help expand the bandwidth and get to those in remote places, help them light up on this light grid. Ashe, get your 5D calendar at a 5D corner near you, which is at akilatextry@gmail.com. You'll see it. I can't put it in a description here. I will see if, let me not say can't. I will see if I can put it in the description here, but it is definitely in the descriptions of the other videos. Ashe. So with that said, love you all. Enjoy the rest of your galactic New Year day. And yeah, stay up. Up. Get into the cosmos of time and find your soul's incline. It's so sweet. Ashe. With that said, each one, reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big, beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light.